It's a chicken lineup. Hey friends, welcome back to Simply a Better You. Today is another garden tour day, but we're going to do things a little different. Today, I'm going to kind of give you an update on what's going on in my wild and crazy garden, and we're going to be pulling some plants as well as harvesting some vegetables. So we're going to be harvesting some of my okra. You can see that I've put down some new straw because I've had to come in here and start weeding back the grass. The grass is starting to take over, and you can see that the grass is really starting to take over the garden, so I've had to come through here and start hand weeding the garden and try to do it without getting baked in the sun. So this week is supposed to rain all week, so we're taking advantage of getting out here right now and trying to get as much as we can done. All right, here, this one's overgrown.
That's a big boy.
Yep, I'm having a hard time staying on top of my okra this year. They're tiny, then I come back and they're huge. Goes in. All right, follow the mama.
And these squashes need to be picked.
Yep, come down here. All right, let me steal this for a second. So, a few things, boop, boop. A few things you'll notice, I've got two squash plants that are not looking so hot. They just up and died on me. Don't know what happened. It was not squash bugs, and I checked the vine and I could not find a vine borer, so I'm not quite sure what happened. I do know though that with this straw, look at these squash bugs already. Oh, you little stinkers.
Those are squash bugs?
Yes.
I
Goodness.
really like to eat those.
But, oh, no. Ah, I get you. I get you. Okay. I'm out here murdering squash bugs.
Yes, you are.
But the ground is very moist. And I think I might have just actually rotted the roots. And as you can see, the squash bug invasion has begun. And
Ooh.
we are doing what we can to stop it from happening, but you can only do so much.
I have big zucchini.
Because they kind of fall down in the middle and these little hairs keep poking me. But it's summer and we're in the midst of summer, so it's really hot. So now I've got squash bugs, I've got cucumber beetles, and then of course we have the heat to contend with. Little bit of mildew happening, some of the mildew that you can see on the leaves, but I've got enough plants to bring in plenty for a harvest. So even with a few sick plants and some bug problems we got going on, everything's still doing pretty well. Let's grab that zucchini because
Big one.
goodness knows we need another zucchini, huh?
Yeah, we eat those
Yeah.
like that. And they taste good.
Let's see if I can get down in here and cut this.
I bet they taste.
Sometimes I just have to break them off.
And also they taste better.
Look at that bad boy.
And they,
Goodness.
And they
There you
taste
go.
better than the grocery stores.
They do. They taste a lot better. I've got another one coming in down here. Oh, grasshoppers this year.
Yeah.
I haven't had to deal with the grasshoppers, and they are munching down on my zucchini plants.
I thought they were green.
The pepper plants are doing so great. And you okay?
Yeah, it scared me.
Okay. Mia's out here helping me today film.
Yep.
The pepper plants have rebounded and they are doing wonderful. Everything has peppers on them. I'm just waiting for them to be ready to harvest. But let me tell you why. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see it. I've got my sunglasses on and I'm hoping the filter on my camera will help. But this is the back part of my property and these are hay bales. This is of course hay that would be fed to livestock, and this is my neighbor's property in the back of my yard. That is our property line, and he has harvested his hay, and this year he placed it on the back of the property line. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is so ugly to look at. I don't want to see that. I hope he doesn't keep that there. And let me tell you about this blessing. This is a blessing in disguise, because him putting these here have stopped the deer from walking through and getting into my garden. The corn is growing, the green beans are growing, my peppers are growing. So while this might not be the most appealing thing to look at, my garden is thriving because that has stopped the deer from walking through my backyard. And so, even though I may have not liked it when my neighbor first put it up, now I'm looking at it and saying, wow, that is a blessing because it has helped save my garden. So, my garden is a little wild and a little unkept, but that tends to happen. We get busy. It rains a lot here, so the grass inevitably always wins out, but it is still producing. What is changing in the garden right now is I am now taking out cabbage. While cabbage does like a lot of water, my heads are ready, and some of my heads have actually, the roots have rotted and they've kind of rotted towards the bottom. This year, we have chickens, so I have been able to feed this stuff to the chickens. They're not really fond of cabbage, but they do enjoy the cauliflower leaves and the broccoli leaves. So I am now ripping out those plants and tossing them over to the chickens. So this is a win-win. I am not wasting anything that we have grown in the garden. It is going towards making some really tasty eggs. We now have 10 chickens that are laying. We have a total of 33 chickens. I better double check my math. But we have 33. Some are still very young and are not laying yet. They won't lay until much later this year. And by then it'll be cold, so they probably won't lay until next year. But that's okay. We have plenty of eggs coming in, and now I know how people feel when they say, we have so many eggs, just take them, just take them. So I'm gonna let Mia take back the camera, and I am gonna jump in here and start ripping out some of this cauliflower and broccoli and feeding it to the chickens. So most of this we can come in and shake off. I'm not going to plant anything back down in here. So what I'm not feeding to the chickens, I'm just going to leave for it to break down and work its way back into the soil. This, nice good root system on it. We're going to bang off some of the dirt. We're going to walk this over to the chickens. So follow the mommy. Yeah. What they don't eat, as you can see, what they don't eat, we go in and remove, and that'll go in the compost pile. That way we're not attracting flies to their run. Those I threw in yesterday, those 2 bunches, and they've already cleaned them completely off. Happy chickens. I love happy chickens.
And their egg tastes way better than
Yes,
the
they
store.
do. All right. Come on, Miss Mia.
It's hot out here.
It is.
At least around here.
I see an okra that I missed. They blend in so well.
I don't know. Just a green.
So, all right. With the broccoli, I do have some shoots, side shoots that are coming up. I am probably going to go ahead. So I'm just going to harvest what I can and just take it in and cook it because there's not a lot here. And then I'm going to rip the plants out. Like these aren't really big enough to even worry about. So we'll go ahead and take those.
Oh, we got a flower on that one.
There's not a whole lot to harvest on these, so I think I'm just going to pull them. Usually after you harvest your big head, you get little side shoots that'll pop up, and you can eat those as well. Ooh, you in there good. Goodness. We're gonna pull all of these, feed them to the chickens, and then get in here, kind of mow this area down. I'm going to try to avoid my marigolds because I really do want to keep those. There's a good one. We'll take that one. Next year, I definitely think I'm going to plant my broccoli a lot sooner and a little bit closer together. The straw really helped, but I still had a lot of grass grow up in between it. So we're going to do things a little different next year. All right. So let's get in here and harvest the rest of this yellow squash before I get sidetracked again. Sometimes I wish I could mail these to people because I have so many of them.
Yeah.
I'm already just sick of squash. I had Joe take a bunch to work, and unfortunately, the people he works with just didn't know what to do with it. They like cucumbers, but they didn't know what to do with the rest of it. This plant has been such a pain. It's actually laying on its side, and the squash are stuck underneath of it. It has made it very difficult to get stuff out of it. Man, I'm gonna be all scratched up. All right, there's that one. And that one. I think I got through here yesterday. This is my straight neck squash. And then this is my crook neck squash. We will not be doing crook neck next year. More squash bugs.
They
Yep.
like to eat those plants.
They sure do. All right, let's check out the cucumbers. I don't think I have any that are ready to come off. I do have a friend that loves cucumbers that I go to church with. She says she likes the really big ones. I generally like to pick them when they're smaller.
They're like Hannah size.
But it's a good size. This is too small, not ready yet. Yeah, and they hide. They're so good at hiding.
Yes, because
And then they get really big and they become chicken food. This one looks done. Let's grab that one. There we go. Bucket. Thank you, ma'am. All right, I came out yesterday and did some harvesting because I knew the rain was coming and I just didn't know what to expect. But this is our butternut squash and it is doing spectacular. Nothing is ready to come off of those yet. Here is our first, I think this is honeydew.
yeah,
We've got one here and one back here.
they're hard to see.
We got another one over here.
Like when they're fuzzy.
This is not cantaloupe, this is the honeydew. We got another one coming in.
Yeah, it's so tiny.
And I love trellising these because they're a lot easier to find, but it doesn't take over the whole area out here and it allows airflow to the plant and they don't get bugs. I got to figure out how to trellis my squash. Nothing on that one yet.
Any tomatoes?
Here we've got the startings of. Got one there, one here, one here, one here. So, yeah, we could end up with quite a bit. Awesome. Oh, look, got a good sized one coming in right here. Maybe this is my honeydew and I got them backwards.
Yeah.
This is the honeydew and the other one's the cantaloupe.
Your cantaloupe?
I'll have to go back and look at video because I get them all confused. I don't have any red tomatoes yet that are ready to come off. I do have a few cherry tomatoes. Now this was a cherry tomato variety and these look a little bit bigger. These look like salad tomatoes rather than cherry, but they're getting there. I've been out at night picking off the hornworms. I've had quite a few and they have become chicken food, but the tomato plants are really starting to do a lot better. All right, now this was my fault. I neglected to get these in the ground. This is my spaghetti squash. They sat on my porch for a month. Totally my neglect. So I'm hoping they survive and we have enough time to get a harvest from them. Would you grab the red bucket, honey? So also, I know this isn't my garden, but it is an extension of, we have expanded our chicken run. So now it actually includes the tree, which is our mulberry tree. The chickens love it. It is a place for them to hang out in the shade, to sit underneath. They of course can eat the mulberries. And this has really, really expanded their run since we're getting ready to add an additional 13 chickens. So, tell them what you think, ladies. Are we happy? They want to know where their treats are. We are in the process of integrating our flock. I know you guys probably can't see it, but we've got our pullets in there that are on their way out and into the run. As soon as we get our chickens used to them. So this is their first official day out here. They're going to stay in the coop until Hannah and I can come out here and supervise them with the other chickens, just to make sure. But we've got so much rain and thunderstorms coming in, I'm not letting them out yet. All right, real quick, flowers are doing good. I'm not going to bother to water with the rain coming in. Need to get out here and do some deadheading, but the pollinators are really enjoying everything. My black-eyed Susans are getting ready to bloom, finally. My pumpkins in my front yard, so crazy. So I lost my camera helper, but I'm going to come out today and do some harvesting. The mint's getting a little big. And the more you harvest your herbs, the bigger and fuller they are going to get. The Japanese beetles are eating the heck out of my rhubarb. We are going to set up a trap for them. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Joe could not mow through here. He is afraid he is going to hit a squash or pumpkin vine, and you can see these vines are really big, and we have our first pumpkins growing. Got another one back here. I usually come through here and hand weed the grass and then take a weed whacker to this, which is what's going to happen because, you know, Joe's afraid he's going to ruin my hard work. But the asparagus is doing okay. Strawberries, what's left from the bunnies munching. Here's another one that you can see. Really, really big vine. I don't see any squash on these yet. Or any, I should say, gourds or pumpkins. I don't see any yet. A little hard to find in my mess there. But I've got to get in here and pull this stuff and help redirect plants. But they are looking mighty full. So it's like a sea of green. But I'm really excited about the pumpkins. Joe and I have talked about the pumpkins that are growing in the front yard. And this is probably not a good idea to just let them go wild, considering how big the pumpkins will be. So this will probably have to be removed. But it sure is cool to see it growing. We've really enjoyed all the pollinators that have come to visit our garden. We have, can you guys see him? There he is. The black, I believe these are black swallowtail butterfly caterpillars. They love dill. This is their host plant. And this is, you know, usually what happens to my dill at some point. And that's okay with me. Perfectly okay with me. they can enjoy that because I'm done using it. Next year, though, I have really considered something. Since a lot of my perennials are host plants for our pollinators, I am actually thinking of planting some dill and some excess tomatoes further away from my garden, so it would be on the opposite property line, and removing caterpillars and such and placing them on those host plants specifically for feeding them. That way I still have enough that I can harvest, and what, caterpillars I'm feeding to the chickens. I really love the hornworm moths. So they are beautiful, they're huge, they are pollinators, they are important. And right now they're a nuisance and I am feeding them to my chickens. But next year, I think I'm going to plant like a sacrificial tomato plant just to feed those caterpillars. And I will remove them from my plants that I want to harvest from and take them to the other tomato plants. That is going to be my plan. We'll see how that works. That is going to be our garden tour today. It's kind of a quick tour, just to give you an update of just what's going on. We're canning, we're processing, we have tons of food coming into the house, so much that we are giving it away as quick as it's coming in. We are contending with heat and we are contending with a lot of rain, but we are very blessed and very happy that we get to share this with you guys. So guys, thank you for joining me on my homesteading journey, my gardening journey, my chicken journey. I wouldn't know who else to share this with. So guys, thank you. It is such a blessing, and I bless you on your journeys as well.